What's up? This your boy Direct, aka Wavy Davy. You know what I'm saying? I'm the Dame Dash of this battleship. Niggas will never sink my battleship. What up, Dirtbag Dan? You are now watching the Dirtbag Dan Show. Fuck these hoes, San Jose. Nigga skateboard and got a beard. That's what it is, though.
Hustle every night and day. Boy, I got my mind on cake.
Oh, shit. Hey, it's your boy, Dirtbag Dan Show. Episode 49.5.
Yeah.
We're holding 50 because we want you guys to help us with the best of situation for episode 50. So everybody who's watching this episode, I want you to go ahead and write in the YouTube comments. I want you to hit us up on Facebook.com/The Dirtbag Dan Show. I want you to hit up Instagram at DBD Show and Twitter at Dirtbag Dan Show. Holler at us and say, hey, this is my favorite moment from the Dirtbag Dan Show. By far, this is my favorite moment. And we'll play as many of those moments as possible. I got Able Abilities with
What's
me.
up?
I got Skylar G with me.
I'm technical.
We got a very fucking special guest all the way from L.A., Compton by way of the IE. Ladies and gentlemen, a friend of mine, I met him on the road. I met him through this Team Backpack shit, but I'm like genuinely a fan of dude's music. Trizz is in the motherfucking building with us today.
Hell yeah. West.
Yee! Oh man, we've
Welcome to
been
the studio.
smoking crazy today, huh?
Yeah, we've been going nuts.
How about that?
Trizz like, yeah, I'm super excited about this. Yeah, we shouts out to our sponsors. Speaking of Stoned Ape Clothing, www.stonedapeclothing.com, at StonedApe710 on Instagram. We're finally dropping this Wednesday. So today, this episode's dropping Monday. Wednesday, we're dropping the HempCon episode of Dabbing with Dan, sponsored by Stoned Ape Clothing. You're going to get to see me run around HempCon taking a bunch of dabs. Too much, man. Really pushing it to the limit. So that's going to come out next week. We just dropped a video this week, YouTube comments. Me and Caustic talking shit. We're content kings, baby. We hitting them. We're really trying to get a bunch of video shit, and we got some video shit today with Trez.
Yeah, hell yeah, I got some shit that we about to put out.
Yeah, man.
Epic.
Multiple shits, man. We got songs done for the first time in a while. Like someone came to the studio and we really got like multiple tracks done.
We straight from the beginning too. Like started, made a new beat and everything. Straight from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Those are always the best, right? You get that feel. You capture that feel for the day.
The spur of the moment track.
You never get that back.
Very treed up the whole situation. I want to briefly break down Blackout 5 and my role in the pay-per-view. Oh, these fucking things. Shouts out to Wicked Sticks and Dr. Tasty's fucking Wicked Sticks.
Keeping us lit.
Bro, it's too much, bro. It's too much. This is what did you say, Trez? It's like it's too loud, man.
Too loud. You can't hear yourself.
I can't hear
yourself.
Can't hear
yourself.
Shit.
That's good.
Shouts out to Dr. Tasty, man. This shit's been doing work.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes good too, though, right? Like legitimately,
yeah.
A lot of the pre-rolls you get at clubs are just like they're fucking made from real like shake.
Yeah. Bottom of the bag.
So you getting
That's
a
why
lot
it
of.
says premium herb.
Nah, it's nice. Yeah, you can tell there's some real flour in it.
Yeah.
So Blackout 5, I was out there in Toronto last weekend. It was awesome. The weather was great. The
was
people are amazing.
nice. Weather wasn't that bad.
The
or
weather
what?
was terrible, but the people were the people were definitely amazing. I mean, it was really cool. The event was like such a grand scale.
Yeah.
I can't stress this enough how cool it was that Drake was nominated for 3 Grammys, and of course he knew he wasn't going to win, right? I mean, that shit in advance, but he decided, neglected to go to the Grammys at all.
Yeah.
And through a fucking battle, dude.
was
Through a
there.
battle.
Yeah, that's really dope. That's dope.
Did he look like
went-
he enjoyed himself?
Bro, he was there. He watched every battle. He was reacting to bars. You could hear him like where we were in the pay-per-view. He was in like a mezzanine like booth like thing area above us. Yeah. And he was leaning over the balcony. He was fucking slapping the wood thing. Like they were laughing, him and his whole entourage, they were reacting to bars like heavy. It was really cool, like and really inspiring, I think, to all the battle rappers involved. He actually, I missed the press conference because I got in late on Friday, but he was at the press conference. Yeah. He said a lot of shit. He agreed to give people money for their performances. He talked about his, what battles he was most excited to see. He said he was most excited to see Head Ice as an individual battler, which I thought was really fucking cool. Really meant a lot to Head Ice. I could tell. Like, I mean, he's just like, damn, that's crazy. Like, Drake wants to see out of all these people that are on this card,
that's great.
Dumbfounded, Mad Child, Arsenal, like Shadi Hora, Hitman Holla.
Ice.
He's like, I want to see Head Ice. So fucking You got good taste, Drake.
Can't be mad
I
at
gotta
that.
say. He was.
I'm gonna turn those down.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you gotta scare us every time. I want my heart. I want my
Terrifying.
heart to jump out of my chest.
Fuck around and have a heart attack.
Oh my God, is the wolf here? Wolf love. Shouts out to Head Ice. I got to kick it with some of these folks for the first time. I mean, me and Head Ice are folks for sure, through multiple like battle endeavors. But I met Murder Mook for the first time. It was really cool. T-Rex really got to kick it with for the first time. I never really got to kick it with him. He's really cool. You know, we're battle family, man. Like we all identify with each other in one way, you know, like we're all a bunch of bulls running around and we get it, you know, like, but it was cool to kick it with everybody. I think the whole event was really done really well. Probably the biggest, most successful battle event in the history of
Was it at a
battle rap.
different venue, same venue?
So this was the big difference in the venue. There were chairs.
Oh, yeah?
It was a theater. It was a theater, so it had theater seating, like an opera house.
So how did that go
Yeah,
over?
what'd you think about
Fucking amazing. It was the
Really?
smartest thing ever to do. Dude, first of all, we're talking about 2 days of 8 hours of
Yeah.
battling both days.
No, yeah.
People
Gotta
can't
sit out.
stand for
That
that.
shit's hard,
yeah,
dude.
no.
You gotta be wasted.
And they could go out and they could smoke cigarettes. They can go out and they could like go out to the bar and get a drink and they can get, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there was like, you know, there's a whole like snack area and all that shit. And like fools were smoking weed in there and for the most part. And like, you know, it's Toronto. They're wild out there, man. And I was on the pay-per-view. They were like day 2. They were like, they said we can't. Chris is like, they said we can't take dabs in the building. I'm like, Chris, I'm taking dabs in the building. And he was like, I'm like, can they see me on the screen somewhere
Fire up
here?
the
I'm like,
torch.
Chris, I'm taking dabs in the building, just so you know. He's like, well, they said we can. I'm like, Chris,
Like, look.
Chris, listen,
it's
Chris.
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 it's gonna happen.
Alex. Alex.
Shouts out to Chris from BattleRap.com. He's a great co-host for this shit. I think he was really he was stretched thin between like doing the BattleRap.com shit and being the co-host. But we really were able to like team up and get a good amount of interviews between us and fucking get people in the chair and keep the ball rolling.
And you
while the
guys just
battle's
met,
happening.
right? Right before you
Yeah,
jumped
we
on?
met. Yeah, we barely. I met him just briefly before Battle of the Bay 7 for the first time, and then we just did the pay-per-view broadcast. I don't need to know motherfuckers, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it fun. You know what I mean? And I really like enjoy the job. Generally do. Really stoked about having the opportunity, and I really give a lot of thanks to Avocado and King of the Dot and the whole King of the Dot staff for giving me this opportunity to come out and do this, because I'm gonna do every one, dude. Like every big pay-per-view for King of the Dot, every single one, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be keeping the ball rolling and fucking making sure that cats know who these battle rappers' names are, you know, if they're tuning in for the pay-per-view for the first time, where they can find their music, get to hear their perspective on the battles if they want to come up. If they want to come up and walk up to us after the battle's over and say, hey, you know, I really feel like I fucked up or I really killed it, you know, like that's it. I told everybody the whole weekend, like, come up, just come up and talk. And everybody did. Murder Mook did. T-Rex did. You know, Marv 1 did. Shuffle T did. Like, so many interviews went down the whole weekend. 24/7. These fools, like, they, you know, win, lose, or draw, they came out and they talked about their battles, and I thought that was tight. So we'll see more of that. There was some controversy behind the main event and Hollow Hand not being allowed to be on stage. I thought that he just didn't show on stage, and that's what I made comments to that effect on the pay-per-view. I was wrong. I retracted that. He wasn't allowed on stage. I completely understand the reason he wasn't allowed on stage, in that Organic said they were trying to prevent a fight for whatever purpose, whether it was for like the possibility of this, like maybe Drake and Mook were going to battle, because that was floating around just like as like a staff rumor, you know. Yeah. But and nobody really knew who leaked it. And I know that Organic's kind of like genuinely upset about like how people even thought that that was real.
Yeah.
It's
like, what's wrong with you?
But because I'll tell you this much,
it's
Organic
unreal,
never
for
said
sure.
that shit. Like, or I never heard Organic say that battle was happening. I never heard Gully. I never heard Bishop. I never heard anyone like on stage or anyone. You know what I mean? It just was like floating. So we thought, but regardless, like what Organic said was, I would rather y'all talk shit to me about, you know, how you feel about the title match than have another disaster math office situation. No matter what,
Which
it doesn't
is
matter.
understandable.
So, you know, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like, I see all sides of the equation. I see where Corey's come from. I see where Pat's coming from. I see where Hollow Hand's coming from. I really want to see the blog from Hollow Hand where he really explains his side of it before I go into detail about the information that I know. And because I heard shit, like crazy inside shit from like everybody the whole day. And it was like, I really can't even make sense of it. Like, it's all a bunch of conjecture until the people involved actually make comments.
Comment about it.
You know, like saying this is how this is look. This is what this is my shit. That's your shit. Yeah, that's your shit. And then I can make an assessment based on what I know and what I heard, and let you guys know what I think. So we're gonna wait for episode 50 to do that shit. Right. And Hollow Hand will have released a blog by then. I'm sure Pat and Corey will have counter blogs. Or Corey, the big statement that he made is that he was going to be taking a break from battle rapping, and that he felt it was like becoming really WWE-ish. Was the statement that he made. And I think he feels like genuinely, in a way, like betrayed by King of the Dot, in the sense that he's like really flown the flag for them really hard.
Yo, he's a real competitor.
For sure.
He's
no question. No question.
For sure.
That battle was close, even with the Hollow Hand not being able to be on stage and like messing with the whole flow of the third round for Corey. But that shit was close even then. So you really can't say anything about Corey, but I mean, he's ready. He's ready to be the champ. He just didn't best the champ. Like he didn't. I was there, and I didn't feel like in the building that Corey Sharon won. I felt like Pat Stay won 2-1. That's what I felt like in the building, And I wanted Corey to win, and I was rooting for him. And it's not like I had anything against Pat, but you kind of just have this general underdog kind of.
Yeah, there's always an underdog mentality kind of battles.
But it was. I think that Pat won based on the situation. I think that Pat won 2-1. Would it have been different? That's like, why even speculate? You know what I mean? Because it don't matter. So hopefully Corey shakes it off and we see him back in the ring, and then that's another title match and a crazy rematch, which is not. It was just so weird in battle rap because you feel like you write everything about someone. How am I gonna go back and do this shit again? Like
who wants to see that shit twice? So
some people do. Like some rematches have a general appeal based on what happened.
If it was a classic,
so many
people want to see Mook and Serious Jones again.
It has to be right because it was a classic, right? And it has to be a classic one, but also there's got to be like some growth between both artists. Like it can't be just one fool fell completely off and one fool like went on to shine hella hard. Like Mook and Sirius is really good example because they're both still. Sirius had a career performance against Head Ice this weekend. Head Ice killed it too. It was one of the best battles of the event. I can't remember. Someone was like. Some like grown ass man was like, I had goosebumps with like watching that shit. And I always think that's funny, but it's true, man. These fools are like killing it. Like so much stage presence from these two like 6'5" like monsters, like with really deep like you know what I mean? Like they're both up there delivering. It was an awesome thing to see. I think just in general, like you got to have two people still doing good. Mook was there, Sirius was there. Like, it's still a viable battle for that reason. Otherwise, like, who cares about a rematch? I can't think of anyone really that's still in the game that I would want a rematch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some of them you just want to say, okay, he won.
Or I won, and it's done. Like, and I don't want to go back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think a lot of any of my classics could be interesting in a rematch scenario. Yeah. So. That's fucking that, man. So fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, bro. Let's take a look at fucking some Trizz music, so you know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, let's peep that.
And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about fucking the Reefer and Leaders tour. Yeah. What? And a whole bunch of other shit. Music, free music. Trizz got a lot. Let's go.
Yeah. Trizz. Thugging out the rental, hand out the window. Sticky issues I've been through, gripping this dirty pistol. Silence niggas with issues, nigga, I'm getting with you. Twisted metal ripping through bone and gristle and tissue. Soul assassin, nigga, ride by my lonesome. Beefing with any nigga, get at me if you want some. Post up, roll up, strap with this faux tuck. Bitch, I go nuts, niggas be talking with no guts. I ain't caught a face since high school, cause niggas shoot. Niggas do what niggas do, I'm down to click the trigger too. Drop the tools, stick and move, whatever niggas wanna do. Fight to the death, pull out the strap if you don't wanna lose. I'm from the far left, where the bar is set. When niggas fighting over who banging the hardest set. Chunk it up, fuck it's up, nigga, where you from? Niggas on your head, if you don't bang, then just chuck up the dub.
Twisted Metal, right there. You got music videos, man. Yeah. You got multiple music videos. I hope y'all click on that link. If you didn't, click on it now, and it'll be there, bro. You can watch it. You can watch it now. You can watch later. You watch that shit. You come back to us. This is the beauty of this whole YouTube shit. You run the show, people.
You keep restarting it.
Yeah. This is your life, bro. You ain't got we got time for you. So
play my shit and bang it. You need it.
talk to me about the Leatherface EP, and that's like really like the first like feature length Trizz EP.
Yeah.
Not your first album, but
not my first album, but it's the EP. Initially, it was supposed to be like 6 or 7 songs, and that's what it ended up being ultimately after I signed the Top Notch deal as far as distribution. But I originally did Leatherface to just to like get my buzz cracking, you know what I mean? And so I linked up with my usual producer, Ace Beats, and he does all my music, and we ended up doing like 12 songs. And like as we were trying to pick them, you know how when you go in the studio and shit, and you're like, let's pick the songs we're gonna keep.
Yeah,
we wanted to keep all of them, and then we were like, well, let's call it EP. But then I was like, man, fuck it, it's my music. I do what the fuck I want to. It's called extended play, nigga. It's an extended EP. So it's my shit. So I ended up doing that, and it did great, and it got the attention of Top Notch, and then they wanted to re-release it, you know what I mean, because they felt like they could put a push behind it, and you know they helped, so I released it, you know what I mean.
I know, right?
Dope.
Because I seen it appear and then disappear and then reappear again. You know what I mean?
I kept having to take the link. It was a whole lot of shit, but it is what it is.
That's that label life.
Yeah, that's that shit.
You know, distribution in this days, right? It ain't no label anymore. They just want you're the label. Like you already got your fans. You already you're really someone who I see. And you're young, you're 23, but you've been in the game for a minute, and you're really communicating with your fans on the one-to-one. Like I see the way that on Twitter you communicate with your fans,
definitely.
And on Facebook. How do you think that has affected your growth as an artist?
Well, like connecting with fans is important, and like I tell people all the time, like you get people who will jump on Twitter like, yo, my album drops Tuesday, but you know a fan will hit you up like, oh, that's dope, and you don't even want to respond, or they'll ask you a question or anything like. We know you're behind. You know what artists are behind their Twitters.
You know they're seeing it.
Yeah, you know
they're cool guying you and just ignoring
it.
it.
They do take it personal, though.
Yeah, like if I hit you up and say your shit's dope, don't favorite my tweet, nigga. You got me bent. I'm giving you the recognition and shit that I believe that you deserve, and you can't even say thanks. I'll take a THX, you know what I mean? I don't go fuck. Just acknowledge the fact that I
put the 3-letter effort into that,
you know what I
motherfucker.
mean? And I've learned that, you know, being with Brother Lynch and Tech and shit like that. And you know, fans are important. Without the fans, you have nothing. Like if me and Dan threw a show and no one came, would there be a show?
Yeah, it would be all bad.
Yeah. It would be bad as fuck. So I feel like fans come first. And always come first.
Yeah, and definitely like you're someone who I see at shows as like a fan of having fans. You take pictures with the fans. You out there, you know, smoking in the parking lot with them. Really trying to build that relationship with the fans. I'm the same way, man, because you really got to those are the people who are gonna ride for you in each individual city when you go back on tour. When you're on, and now I mean, let's talk about that because you're someone who's been on tour with Brother Lynch. Which is really where like you come to view for me. Like the first time I heard of you was with Lynch because we follow Lynch heavy. We are such fans of like everything. Like everyone here at the studio, we're such huge fans of Brother Lynch and everything he does. So like I seen you with Lynch, I seen you on tour with Tech Nine. About as big as it gets. Now your first tour was a Tech Nine tour, right?
Tech Nine,
and then also Ritz.
Yeah, Ritz was on that tour.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, like you've toured with like some of the biggest underground artists right now, or at least underground artists that have such a strong tour following.
Yeah, and it was a blessing too, because at the time that tour was in 2013. I was 21 years old. I was fresh out of high school and shit, and like a lot of people would kill for that. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And it was like I had to really be humble and like really sit down and say like, damn, I appreciate this because. You know, Tech could have said no. Lynch could have said no. Like, they could have easily dropped their hand for me, you know what I mean, when I put mine out. You know what I mean? So I really appreciated it. That's why I say, like, I'm from SoCal, but I appreciate NorCal so much because they helped. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think, like, you genuinely have, like, that I see why Lynch, like, was drawn to you as an artist because you have that NorCal, like swag, you know what I mean? Like definitely, like that, like not only like the way you talk and like deliver, which is crazy because you're Compton, you're fully Compton.
I thought you was from Sac.
No,
I thought you was from the same hood.
Yeah, it's crazy because a lot of people think that I'm from Sac. A lot of people think that I gangbang. Let's get that clear. I don't gangbang. I'm not a Crip. I'm not a Blood. I'm neutral parties. I throw up the dub. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. A lot, and people know that. That's why I can go to shows and I get love because I respect everybody. I extend my hand. I'll go up to people like you get those fans in the crowd that's like hella mad dog. I mean, I go up to them like, dog, how'd you feel the show? Oh, it was dope. But you get those people who don't want to give you your props because it's corny. Like, giving up props is considered ass kicking or shit, or ass kissing. I mean, it's like, dude, what the. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
how backwards
wrong.
are we? How fucked up are we that you feel like you can't come to a show where you paid to get in here? And if you put your hands up like you're dick riding or something, like no. If you put your hands up, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Like, you're coming out and enjoying yourself at a show. And like, please don't let me stand in the way of that. Please don't let your feelings about stand like how I might feel or perceive you as a fan stand in the way of how you react to my music.
When the fuck did that even start?
I mean, if you genuinely don't like my shit, then that's cool too. Like, that's whatever. But it's not that because you paid to get into the show.
Yeah, you paid to get in the show. You paid to see me. So it was something. And even if you didn't pay and you went with your homie, you chose to go. Yeah. So something that you wanted to see.
How do you feel now, like getting ready for the Reefers and Leaders tour, which starts next month, right, in March?
Yeah, March 10th. Yeah, my first day to Seattle.
And this is your first headlining tour.
Yeah.
How do you feel going into this tour, like having that experience of being the opening act for some of the biggest, underground hip hop acts that are touring the country today?
It's like it's nerve wracking, really, because like I'm really kind of on the edge of my seat here, like on like. I'm anxious to go, but at the same time, I don't want to bomb.
Well, you have a bad night, right? You have a bad night on every tour you've been on thus far, and it's never been Trizz's fault. No. Like, never one time has it been like, oh man, Trizz fucked up tonight. He didn't promote. Like, Trizz wasn't on Facebook and Twitter. Like, he didn't. He really dropped the ball on this one.
A fucking tree falls through the venue or something.
It's always a dry. It'll be a dry show, but it's like. Nobody comes to me and says
never.
Yeah.
Why?
That hasn't happened yet.
No, you're the opening act. That ain't that's the one benefit of your job. Like that no matter what, you can't be held accountable for the amount of draw that comes into the venue. Yep. And now that ain't the fucking case
no more. And I see it as like, oh, that's dope. I'm about to headline my own tour as artists who haven't done that.
You have to see it like that. You have to see it as that like leap forward.
Exactly. And then on the other side, it's like, fuck, I'm kind of nervous. But
you got to face the reality of what it looks like,
I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? And after this tour, I'm going to do another one. You know what I mean? It's not going to, even if I do bomb this tour, but at the same time, I'm not going to fucking not prepare for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How many shows on the
12.
tour? 12?
Yeah.
So 12 dates.
Cool. And it's good. You're hitting a lot of cities.
Yeah, where you going?
Seattle. I'm going to Dallas for the first time.
Nice.
Kansas City. Spokane. I'm going to Oregon. Albany to be specific, and that's the one with Match Out and Dimrick.
That's tight.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing some really big cities and then some small ones like Lawrence, Kansas.
Okay.
So stuff like that, I'm really looking forward to. Like, those small towns are really fun to do. It's the ones like Dallas and Seattle that I'm kind of
like. Because it's like you really like it's hit or miss in those markets because there's so much shit cracking that you gotta hope that you're the thing that's cracking on that night. Like, I know we went in on that Gmo Ski Recognize and Kung Fu Vampire tour. We lucked out in Dallas, and we had a big night in Dallas. But we knew it might not be the case. We knew like it could be like we just happened, and we got there, and literally like promoters were there early, like, yeah, man, ticket sales have been good, and nothing's cracking tonight. Like that was a thing, is there was no competing tours, and really like I got to give it up to Kung Fu Vampire. Dude's routing is amazing, and he really kept us away from and weeks away from any other tour that was coming through. So there wasn't like a lot of like fools didn't spend their money 2 weeks ago on Ritz, so they couldn't come out to see us.
And that's another thing. I'm going on the road in
spring.
Yeah,
man.
Ritz is leaving.
Yep.
And Tech is leaving.
Yep.
It's like I can't compete with Ritz and Tech.
But you are also not charging fucking $50, $25 a ticket.
Exactly. And it's like those are my homies. Like Ritz and Tech are like my they're inspiring on top of they're my teachers. You know what I mean? I call
Senseis.
Ritz all the time. Like, yo, I text him and let him know how I'm doing and stuff like that. He asking. and they're more like guidance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I go to them and ask them certain questions, especially Lynch. Me and Lynch text every day.
That's dope.
I talk to Lynch 24/7. I was talking to him right before this interview. Like
That's tight.
he really like. Some people will be like, oh, you fuck with Lynch, but no, I really fuck with Lynch. Like I go to Sac and we'll just kick it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And me living all the way in LA, that's love. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
That's too much. We were talking earlier about a lot of like just old like like what we grew up on and shit, like the OG shit and like how we came to it, and like it's just cool that you're like, oh yeah, I know him. Oh yeah. No, yeah. I kicked it with Low-Key. Like Talk Hands the homie.
Talk
like,
Hands?
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's just like wow, man,
Talk
that's too
Hands,
much.
that's my homie.
Damn.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Talk Camp.
I kick it with the whole Sick May family.
The whole
that's
Sick
tight.
May, yeah. Shout out to
I got
Sick
my
May.
shit tatted on me, so
We've been
it's
fucking
for
with
real.
it. All right,
It's for
yeah.
real, so.
That's tight, man. I mean, like I said, that's crazy. It strikes such a chord. We used to play when we finished sets. Itchy the Killer would have Low to the Brain just on deck,
Yeah.
Or
just
just
in the chamber.
just a random track.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we'd
yeah,
all,
yeah,
And we'd
yeah.
all just fucking go
and
off.
everybody knows the words to everything, right?
Yeah.
So like we would just literally every counterproductive set. And counterproductive, is me and Abel rapping. Skylar's on stage doing the backups. He made all the beats, and Itchy's spinning the music. So we finished the minute we finished our set. Something drops.
Itchy starts
Something from
surprising us.
either Season of the Sickness or
Or
Loaded
Loaded.
drops.
Yeah.
That's it. Like one more
Rest
pound of
in
smoke.
Piss.
Just boom.
That
boom,
was the one.
boom. Yeah, rest in piss. Rest in piss a lot. And
I remember
call
the
me
first time you
H-double
did that.
O-D. And
Oh,
everybody would just,
shit.
people would swarm the stage, and everybody, we would all
It
like
was
the
crazy.
whole, we jump into the
We
audience.
performed too on tour. We performed that
Yeah.
shit at the Midland.
For the reps and
That's
the double
Kansas City.
Black, come on.
Yeah. Crazy.
Come on.
Crazy music.
They ain't ready for that, and it's
They're
been
not.
out.
They're not, dude.
And it's been out.
And
It's been there.
it's crazy because how he found me, my fans were. I had a little following before Lynch discovered who I was, and they were sending him my music. Like I had this song called 666, and I'm not a devil worshiper. or
Nah, but
anything.
you're a fucking like you are way more like you have like this kind of like punk rock era to you of like the hip hop kids. You definitely aren't like the like super gold chain like dunks on every day.
And
like,
that ain't me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't knock the Jordans and the
I'm wearing
flashy
fucking-
wear.
I'm trying
It's
to look
just
fly
like,
right now.
You know what I mean? My mom.
Wearing your own shirt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give it to him. Good shit, Skylar.
My mom and shit. She always taught me like I don't have to be flashy. Like
Yeah.
like I'm always in a black sweater,
Uh-huh.
a tee, some Levi's, and like some Vans, some.
And that
Chukkas,
shit
something
sticks
like
out,
that.
especially in a game like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People notice that shit, and I think
Well, especially
people
in the
gravitate
market,
to that.
too.
The people that
Yeah.
relate to that.
I
Yeah.
kick it. I just be kicking it, man. I don't need to be all loud and everybody. You know what I mean? I'm just chilling.
And
be
it
yourself,
definitely
man.
works
That's it.
really well with that. The fans that you've been kind of subject to, right? The strange
Yeah.
music fans primarily.
Yeah.
They're very like not the type of people to be flashy.
Yeah,
like
it's like
they're pretty much like wear a strange
wild hair.
uniform.
I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just wake up and go. You know what I mean? It's like I'm clean as hell. You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah,
get
no
it
doubt,
twisted.
no doubt, no doubt.
But I have to. I can't be out there with I can't just all these bright colors and shit. I can't. I don't get.
No,
with it.
yeah, you're not that dude. Also, you don't come out in the bright red and shit, and you ain't got no. We ain't not painting no faces and shit.
No, and that's no disrespect to anybody doing
Hey,
that. But
we like you and I, because we both been on the road in these
Yeah.
situations, and I talk to battle rap fans about it all the time, bro. I fuck with juggalos heavy.
I love
Heavy.
juggalos.
They are so
they
fucking
push.
and this is like the
Yeah.
thing. They a lot of times they are all about like what I'm all about as far as a person is concerned with, like loyalty, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and like respect and being down for your folks, the
Yeah.
people that you ride with,
Yeah.
and like a sense of community and shit. They also like sometimes are the craziest people ever,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's so uncomfortable to be around them. But it's not like that's not all of them, you know what I mean? Like and in general, like even the ones that are crazy to be around and hard to
Yeah.
deal with and shit are super like enduring people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you,
Well, then
they're-
like as fans too. I mean, at least
So
with my
diehard.
experience, yeah, they buy
die
merch.
hard. They
They
buy-
actually
they're real
pay
people, though.
attention
They
to
spend
all the
money.
songs.
Yeah.
They're like you
They
say throw your
spend
hands
money.
up. Yeah,
yeah,
and
you
that's-
say throw your hands up.
Yeah,
they throw their
and
hands up.
That's the thing. They spend
they
money.
support.
Dog.
Yeah,
The gathering is like hundreds of dollars if you want to have a great time, and they're
Yeah.
out there spending. They're spending that money. I did the gathering with Lynch in 2013. I share a set with him, and he lets me do the record MDK on his set from Mandible Lecter.
Yeah.
And like he told me, like he's like, you're your own artist. You're like the word hype man will come up, but I'm nobody's hype man.
Nah, man, nah,
Yeah.
and that's for real.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if I ever say that, I mean that in the sense that like that's the job that you're performing when he's doing his songs.
Yeah, yeah.
But like Lynch has been always like every time I've seen him and you perform together.
Yeah.
You get the opportunity. You get the opportunity to fucking do your own shit. Like you get there's like a Trizz top part of the fucking
And people
show.
don't know, like that was the same thing that I did on the Independent Power House tour in 2013. Kendrick did on All Six.
No fucking doubt. Like people don't know about that All Sixes and Sevens tour.
Kendrick was opening.
Kendrick
up
was
for
on that
J-Rock.
tour, opening up for J-Rock.
That's what it's
Same
about.
exact scenario.
J-Rock signed to Strange, right? And
He was at the time he was signed to Strange. Kendrick was opening up for him. He would let Kendrick do a few of his songs, and that's the same thing that Lynch does with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I took the torch and I started doing my own thing. I didn't wait. That's the thing. You get artists who get a cosign, and then they get comfortable with that cosign, and then they just chill. To me, a cosign is just another. That's just
a push to do the next thing.
That's just bam. That's just another dollar another day. I just keep it moving.
And in my opinion, I
Yeah.
think that the label hype man comes from what the person does afterwards. If they progress and push to become something and they're showing something, then they're not that.
You got to be
You're,
able to,
you're using that platform to elevate
gotta be
yourself,
able to-
and that's visible. People
You want to
can
be
see
really,
that.
really trill about this shit? Tupac used to fucking backup dance for
Yeah.
Digital
Oh,
Underground.
yeah, Digital Underground.
So
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah,
like
it's like
realistically, like there ain't no
Come on,
telling
dog.
where you can go if you are able to, see the position you're in and what you can do with it.
Yeah,
you know
my
what I mean?
fans know I get it cracking. You can check my last 2 shows, packed.
I'm
That's
saying
not a hype man. That's not, you know what I mean?
I'm saying
Yeah,
though,
you
like
got
for
your own
real,
fans.
I fuck with you, Trez. I fuck with your music
and I
heavy.
appreciate
it. We all
and when
do
you
over
like,
here.
and when you're talking about like, like having an opportunity to tour with, Trez and Tech, and like I'm honestly like in this day and age, and Brother Lynch is like a rare exception to almost anybody on the planet as far as like how much I like to watch him rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I like your shit better than anybody's right now on some like people who have already been out in the world. Like
That's
this is
dope.
like I
Yeah,
look
that's
at like
dope.
I look at cats like you. I look at cats like Chewy. The people that you align yourself with. You know what I mean? Like, and I hear your guys' music, and I'm like, that's what's next.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I think is what is forward thinking in hip hop, and that's what. And realistically, like I'm glad. It's refreshing to me, bro. It makes me feel young that I find new hip hop because you get at points where you're like, fuck it, I'll just listen to High Road forever, dude. We just put on fucking the Far Side channel on fucking Pandora and fuck hip hop.
Yeah,
like this
fuck
is
it.
what it is. Like I could just listen to this,
Tired of everything
or
else.
just like just anything like
yeah,
that.
and that's another thing. Like when I didn't start getting called an underground rapper until last year. Like people wasn't giving me that type of recognition until like just recently. Somebody had snapshotted Pandora and it was my song, and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know that I had a station on Pandora.
That's
really?
tight, bro.
I was like, that's
tight.
That's dope. I was like, that's really dope because like just
You guys got to get
Ernie-
that station too. His
get-
Pandora
fuck with me.
station
Fuck
is
with me.
tight. It's like
business or
it's
what?
everyone he toured with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of like it's a cats you work with like Chewy,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like also like you'll hear like Nipsey Hussle or like
Nipsey's
you know
on
what
my
I
channel,
mean? Like
Corrupt, Schoolboy Q. You can hear a lot of cats.
it's just super West Coast.
West
shit.
Coast shit, and then randomly Tech will come on. It's a trip.
Totally.
But like
Nothing more
that
flattering.
kind of stuff was just so humbling because I'm like, dude, it takes a lot of work to just get called an underground rapper.
Well,
Like,
let me ask you, what were they asking you before? What were they calling you before that?
they just didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just was just like, oh, it's just whoever Trez is.
Just a rapper?
But now it's like you can type my name in and I'm popping up on these sites with my bio and
Yeah.
shit is popping
Yeah.
up. It's
I mean
like,
that's
yeah, this
real
is
shit.
somebody,
It realistically, as much like all I can in comparing it to my own experience is that I've never been called an underground rapper. Like I got like what I was showing you, we got 95,000 views on that Concentrate
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
I'm still a battle rapper 100% of the time. Like
And
they're
that's-
never gonna.
That's crazy because when he hit me, when I found out that he was listening to my shit, I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck is he? Because I'm like, to me, I knew about him in high school. Like, I knew who he was in high school. And I graduated in 2010 and shit. That was years ago.
Yeah.
He didn't even know who I was. So, like, when I heard Dirtbag Dan posted your shit on Instagram, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like for real.
And I don't do that shit. Like I didn't do that shit like
Yeah.
out of any kind of like. There ain't no politics involved in that. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely came across the America's Most Blunted project and found it to be like front to back. Like I said, bro, like it's new hip hop. Like for the first time since like I really first heard Schoolboy and Kendrick, you know, in like 2010. Did I feel like I had found some new hip hop that I was like, oh, I could get behind this shit. Like I could post this up and be like, okay, this is what y'all motherfuckers need to listen to. This is what I'm on right now. And that shit, in general, that project. But I mean, Pull Up is amazing. You just put out Pull Up.
Pull Up. Pull Up the mixtape.
And Leatherface, as like you could really tell like that these projects, they're all complete projects, and that's kind of what I appreciate about the work that you guys are putting out in the world. America's Most Blunted is a complete project. You know, Leatherface ended up being more than you even had planned it to be, and Pull Up even like front to back is 6 songs that are just 7 songs that are just fire. You know what I mean? Like every song you could tell like. There's not pulling any punches. Everything is the beats are sick. What is that?
Ace Beats.
Ace Beats.
He spells it Ace.
AC3, right?
Ace produced everything on Leatherface except one joint. America's Most Blunted, all Ace Beats except 2 joints, and then Pull Up is all Ace Beats.
So Ace is your Skylar G, bro.
Yeah,
Ace is your Skylar G, because we'll
exactly
have like there'll be
That's
like
tight.
1 or 2 like isolated outside production on any like given shit, and then everything else.
When
is
it comes
Skylar.
to Ace, like,
and the other ones are itchy. So it's
Yeah,
all in-house
exactly.
and
anyway.
Ace knows what I want. Ace to me, I tell people this all the time. Like, I don't want in like when I'm working on my album, it's all Ace.
Totally.
Because Ace knows what I want. I'll take a beat from somebody. That's just being shallow. Oh, I don't want to hear nothing else. That's unrealistic and stupid.
But you probably ain't gonna use it.
Yeah, it's just like
That's real, bro. I'm the same fucking
I'm
way,
not gonna
man.
lie to you, bro. I don't rap over industry beats. Yeah, I have a bunch of industry beats that I rapped over, but I'll never put them out. That's just for my own entertainment.
But it's how is it too? It's like the difference is like everybody's had their shit crafted for them. Like I'm spoiled, bro. I grew up in this house. Like Skylar stopped rapping early to make beats.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Itchy added a lot to the
know
game.
what you do. You know?
Yeah. Itchy added a lot to the game. And just in general and like production and live music and how we did everything. So like I've always had like this great support system of making music and not just like, okay, like this BPM, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I want something that feels like this. Like there's songs that we wrote from the core, like that I came with a hook and they built a beat around. You know what I mean? Like
we've
shit
gone every direction with it pretty much.
Shit that I could never do, and I'm sure that's how it is with you and your boy. Where it's like, why am I like if I hear like one beat, like I'm sure the other beat that's on Leatherface is just so sick that you're like, oh no, okay, we're gonna use this motherfucker. I don't care, we're gonna use this shit. Have to, but. Like otherwise, like you can't devote your energy to some shit, no matter how tight it is, because it wasn't made for you.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. And that's the thing with Ace. Ace will come to the studio. Like the first song on Pull Up, which is Go to Sleep. He wanted to send that to Young Jeezy, and I was because he has the connects to send the beats. It's just these people don't be reaching back. You know what I mean? Some people be like, oh yeah, this is dope, but some people don't be reaching back. And it was this beat. He just kept hearing Jeezy on. We have no ties to Jeezy. He just kept saying,
see what's up,
I think this is, and I just kept saying, dog, like, yeah, that would be dope, but like, I need that beat. And he made this beat a year and a half ago. I'm just now getting it back, and it's called Go to Sleep. I had that song written a long time ago, so as soon as he gave it to me, I was like, oh, this is going on. This is the one. So
Tight.
Ace already knows what I want, and that's the guy who I always use, and I'm a forever use him. That's my homie more than anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
shit,
man. I like a lot of the. I mean, your production is amazing. So like shouts to Ace for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's tight.
Totally has a very. Where's he from? Is he a NorCal dude?
He's from the IE.
Okay, he's the IE.
Them
Okay,
is all my niggas like that I grew up with.
super
like,
West Coast vibe, but
Yeah.
like I almost even like felt it was like I put all y'all motherfuckers in Sac.
Yeah,
I'm like, how are y'all not all from Sac?
Yeah.
Like, because it's so like, and maybe it's that time with Lynch, and
Yeah.
for you, and maybe it's that like just in general, like having that influence, because I know it's affected the way I write. You know what I mean? Like being influenced by artists and shit, and you kind of get pegged into being different. You know, I would. You know, it's different here in San Jose. Like we don't have that like really structured. You grew up in Compton, like where there's so much like musical history.
Yeah, so much musical history in Compton. It's like a lot of my music side came from Compton and the IE. Like I fuck with the Inland Empire. Like that's my town. Like, I fuck with the Inland and I fuck with Compton. It's like, and a lot of people will tell you like out of town. Where you from? Oh, I just say L.A. because some people don't know what Fontana is. They don't know.
Bernardino, fucking Redlands.
Redlands. They don't know what that is. You know what I mean? So like, I'm from L.A. You know what I mean? You heard of Compton. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
that's real people from out there, man, in the IE and all over the that whole
Valley,
you know
the
the whole Inland Empire and all of Bernardino and all of like ain't a lot of opportunity out there, man. Like ain't a lot of like crazy like industry out there where everybody, you know what I mean? So it can be, and it can be just like a sea of humanity.
And people
in certain
don't know like
points.
Dog,
you know
the IE is thick, dog. Like Travis Barker. He's from Fontana.
So much good music for sure.
Who else? Jessica Alba's from Pomona.
Okay,
you know what I mean, you got a lot. Sugar Free. You got cats from the IE, and people just don't even know where they from.
Yeah,
the IE is, you know what I mean. But it's starting to get its name. You know what I mean. You starting to hear San Bernardino a lot because they active out there. You know, shouts out to San Bernardino because they be showing me love. But
it's wild as fuck out there.
IE,
like we fucked with the homies out there. Shouts out to the homie Mike Sessions. And
remember they had us fucking bring those fucking knives in?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Like shouts to like being like and then you know what I mean for sure. Like in it like if you're going to the what was it? What's the paid dues? Where did they used to have it at? That place in the IE fucking in Bernardino,
they just had the Cannabis Cup there.
Yeah, you know. You can't turn down the homies when they want you to fucking
bring this to the back.
Like, all right, man. Yeah, shouts out to my people though. All the IE homies and the big homie Nabahi who introduced me to all those cats in Grim Image Records. Those are like the crazy cats I hung out with down there, and they definitely were like very proud to be where they were from, and they repped it hard. I appreciate that. I understand that. Like I'm that way.
The IE is genuine. And it's like it's cool because I'm from the IE and my name is getting out there, and I really want people to know like where the Inland Empire.
You're done saying LA and shit when motherfuckers ask where
niggas know. They know I frequent LA. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm the one that really be putting that West Coast shit on the map, and I don't change for nobody. I think it's the dub. It's the dub till I die, dude. I'm from the West Coast, and that's how I'm gonna put it out there. You know what I mean? Like this is where I'm from. I'm from where it does not fucking rain. Yeah, I said that shit. I said that shit in the first song on Pull Up. I said, Sunny Siega where it don't fucking rain. Live somewhere else, I'll go fucking insane. I'll sit in the corner and blow out my brain. Real talk. I will never leave California.
I love that shit.
No Seattle
love
for
NorCal.
you.
I love SoCal. I love Central Cal. I love Cali. So.
Yeah, man. That's real shit. And I think you get a lot of NorCal love. I think you definitely get love where you're at. I know you've been killing it with the shows out there in the IE leading up to the Reefer and Leaders tour. Definitely we're on this fucking battle rap podcast.
Yeah.
Trez, you were at Ether and shit. Like, and I know you fuck with me, so you seen some battle shit. And we talk about battle shit. Like you got people you like, people you don't like. Real quick, like favorite battle rapper.
My favorite battle rapper of all time. Arguably.
Yeah.
Arguably.
Is Serious Jones.
Yeah,
okay.
man.
All right. Yeah.
So tight.
Right.
So tight.
Sure.
That's a good.
Wait till you see this performance from Blackout 5 too, because it's a classic Serious Jones performance, and I think that people are going to be stoked on it. And that ain't saying anything about like Head Ice killed it too. So you guys are just going to love the battle.
And like Serious Jones from the start, from when I first seen him on Fight Club battling Jen, like no disrespect to Jen, like I was fast forwarding through it just to hear, because those dropped in 2005. I was 13 years old. So Dang, YouTube's been out a long time.
Man, for real. See, your whole
I'm
shit,
thinking
like,
about that
that's
shit.
why
Right.
you're so fucking, that's why you're 23 and you're so fucking quick,
like,
bro.
fuck.
Is because you came up with all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in this music game since Napster fucked everything up. Like, that's when we started rapping. Like, we were in 16
Way to
and,
date
like,
us.
Napster, like, fucking.
Good job dating us.
I'm 32. I'm 32, bro. I'm an open book, motherfuckers. Like, a Napster fucked music up when I was
Yeah,
16 years
'cause
old. And that's
remember
when I
'cause
started making music. I'm writing fucking raps to, like, these beats we stole from the internet. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I used to do that. LimeWire, Kazaa.
Totally,
fucking
bro. Come on,
FrostWire,
LimeWire.
BearShare,
Bro,
Morpheus.
before like motherfucker
Nigga, I
and
was on
anybody
it.
ever got a fine for any shit, you know what I mean? And it was like
I was
that
on
shit
it.
fucked up the whole system of
But
how
you know,
music
you
was.
know who's getting hit now is the movies with them torrents.
Totally.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's the new.
torrents are so reliable though. You know what I mean? They are
They're
real.
always there for
like,
you.
Like
Right?
niggas can
Now
say
you
what they
know.
want. We've all downloaded torrents, nigga. Niggas can
yeah.
say what they want, bro. On some real
Oh,
shit.
no, ain't no dry snitching, but I might
Niggas
seen a movie
bro,
or two.
Niggas
I
steal
might
my
have
music.
seen a
I
Batman
know-
movie or two.
You know what I mean? I know niggas steal
An
my music.
animated feature.
You know what I mean? Niggas steal. That's just life.
The
people,
Dark
People
Knight.
steal. People don't have the money. People don't
Yeah.
have the money to go be spending $12.50 on a movie.
Come on, man. iTunes.
You know what
You're the
I mean?
only one making money in the world anymore. Like, this is bullshit. They used to
You know
mark
what I
up
mean?
CDs so high.
Yeah, what
It was
about-
like $17 and everybody got a piece.
Yeah,
Or
they
just
used
back
to
in the
sell
day when you
CDs.
rent a movie and then just record a VHS
Yeah,
version
yeah.
and just put the
How about
tape
that?
on them.
Come on, son.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't steal music though.
Nah, I mean,
because I'm
well,
in that game,
yeah, you
and
can't
I don't
do
steal
that.
movies either. But you know what I mean.
You
I
don't have
know.
to steal music because you just stream it. You don't have to buy it. You could just stream it on Pandora or
Yeah.
you can stream it on YouTube,
Yeah.
and you don't have to fucking buy it. That's
And
what
it's
you do,
like-
and you pay for that shit, bro.
Yeah.
You got a plan. You got 100 and fucking whatever gig phone, and you got a plan to
Yeah.
fucking to watch as much fucking media or
Yeah.
whatever, so you ain't getting charged overages every month and shit.
Yeah.
So you're paying somewhere.
And
And
now-
YouTube is paying someone some AdSense, and motherfuckers are getting
Yeah.
paid. It's just so roundabout, and it's so fucking. It's pennies on the dollar instead of dollars on the fucking
Yeah.
bill and shit. Like
And that-
20s for a fucking $17.99 for a CD. And motherfuckers were getting $5. The artist is getting $5, and the label's getting $5,
Yeah.
and record stores getting $7.99. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like motherfuckers are eating, and everyone's happy, but no.
And nowadays, nowadays, songs get older quicker. Like
Yeah.
because
Attention span.
we're so quick. Like for example, we'll be riding in our cars, we'll hear a song, Shazam it,
Yeah.
look it up on YouTube, and that's our shit now.
Yeah.
For the next 2
Right
weeks.
away.
where-
Until
or
you hear the
homie
next
get-
song.
The homie get in the car, you guys spark up. It's
Yeah.
like, shit, hey, bro, you got to hear this shit.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah,
And then all of
exactly.
a sudden, your homie asks you, what that song you play? And y'all slapping it every time y'all smoke.
Yeah,
It's like,
man.
on to the next one.
Burn it
Yeah,
out
man.
by the end of the day,
That's
though,
that
right?
shit.
There used
That's
to be
shit.
there used to be a time where you would hear a song and you have to search for it to figure out where it
Yeah,
is.
you have to
it was
really
in your
find
head,
it.
and then you find it, and then you get the satisfaction of playing it.
Yeah.
And then you
have to,
try
like,
not to
really
play it
look
out
for
right
music.
away
Yeah,
because
and you gotta
fucking
actually
found
like
it.
bring it to where your boys are at and play it
Yeah,
for them. Be like,
yeah.
hey, check this out. Go fucking.
You
slap
see
it in
what
your
happened?
car.
I
You
used
see
to
what
tell-
happened though? You
Mix
see what
CDs were
happened?
serious.
We
Yeah.
start talking. This is how the Dirtbag Dance show goes. And the fans get so mad.
Like, what are we talking about?
So your favorite battle rapper
Yes.
is Sirius Jones.
They want to hear this shit. Yes, Sirius Jones.
So who's the
Shit.
worst, bro? Who's the one you don't like? Who's the motherfucker you watch and you're like, man, I don't like this dude. Like in person, I feel like maybe me and him won't get along. Like we might not be tight.
Okay, I don't think this guy is whack, but I don't like it.
Oh, tight. Come on, put it out there.
Go
I
ahead.
love
I don't
that.
This is the Dirtbag Dance
I
show.
don't like what I see.
Okay.
And that's disaster. I don't like what I see.
Yeah, Trez.
Okay.
Yeah, Trez.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What do you
Trez.
see?
And that's no fun. I see asshole.
Okay.
Asshole.
Wow,
Like,
That-
man.
that's kind of his persona.
He
to
does
me-
come off like
and
a jerk.
And it sells though. It sells because
Yeah.
I can't knock him. Like I went to fucking Ether, nigga, and you had that shit packed.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Who knows if that was all for you? But they were waiting for it.
Yeah, no,
they
no,
stayed,
no.
they
For
stayed,
real.
You know what I mean? And that's more than I can say for a lot of battle rappers. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man, like
Yeah.
90% of them.
So what-
99%.
yeah,
you know,
what he's
98,
doing-
95%. You know?
What he's doing is working, I guess. But at the same time, it's like I don't know how his interaction with fans is, and I don't really want to see it.
Nah, you know, it's
'Cause, like-
definitely like Diz is like he's a like we love him definitely around
Yeah.
here at the podcast and like and it just in general like we know him a little better than the average person does, but then at the same time, like I've really seen Diz rub fans the wrong way, you know, other battle rappers the wrong way, leagues the wrong way. You know, he's a polarizing figure. Which means you know, you either love the dude or, bad, or you hate the dude.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like some of the comments that he made about Cassidy were kind of just like they were doing it to me. He was doing it for show. Like Cassidy was saying some real shit. Like, respect me, dude. Like, I'm coming out of basically fucking battle retirement. And come fucking entertain you and your fans.
Yep.
Nigga.
Fucking Cassidy. You gotta respect that.
Shit. Respect that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you gotta kiss his ass. Don't kiss nobody's ass. But all he asked you was for respect, and you took it and said, "Fuck that. I ain't gotta give you your respect. Nigga, it's a battle." And I'm not in the battle rap scene. I would never get involved. But
okay. So how do you feel? Like, here's another battle. Let me like contradict that there. Like, how do you feel about Arsenal, who's like the ultimate disrespectful dude? Like, you've seen Arsenal Fab, right?
Look, okay, let me say this. Okay, Serious Jones is like my Tupac. I'm not gonna even put him in the category. So if you know how who's your favorite rapper? Like, Tupac is gonna be in there somewhere.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna say Tupac because like, everybody knows that's your favorite rapper.
So you just choose not to say it. So next
everybody knows. Yes, of course it's Tupac. I don't have to put him in my top 5. He's in 0. That means he's before all of them.
Before the 5.
So my favorite battle rapper next to him is Arsenal.
Okay.
Arsenal don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he gonna say whatever.
So you like the disrespect? You don't like disaster disrespect
in the game.
Yeah.
When it's time, I like the disrespect while you're in your art.
Yeah.
Like for example, you have totally off subject, but Quentin Tarantino, he's a director and he pushes limits. Like with Django, when you got Leonardo DiCaprio saying nigga every 5 seconds. You don't have too many.
The whole like brain scene
you don't have
is so fucking uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Like my wife was like, man, I don't like being in theater right now. Like I really don't. I'm not feeling this whole experience where Leonardo DiCaprio is explaining to me like black folks' brains. I don't like it. It's all bad. You know what I mean?
And it's like and that goes back to battle rapping when you can push limits in your art. And Arsenal does that, like with that battle with Fab. Like, it's not too many people who would take that shit. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? If my parents passed away and we jumped in the ring together, I would have to tell you ahead of time just to be on some G shit like, let's not mention moms, bro.
Bro, this shit happens.
You know what I mean?
This shit happens a lot in battle rap, and people make that decision, and people don't make that decision.
Yeah.
Some people are like, cool. Some people are like, nah. Some people are like, cool, and then they do it anyway.
Yeah. And it's some people that, like, I'm that way. I'm that way when it comes to like records, like when it comes to music, like because when it comes to music, like I'm a battle rapper probably couldn't fuck with me on a record.
Don't tell me shit.
Yeah.
Don't tell me shit about my music. I don't want to hear anything like that.
On a record, 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna be able to fuck with me on a beat.
And that's real. And I talk about this time and time again. It's all about experience, right? Like these motherfuckers been spending time trying to be the best battle rapper in the world.
Right.
You've been spending time trying to be
the best rapper. So I jump in the ring with a battle rapper, I'm gonna get 8.
Yeah.
I can't jump in the ring with Disaster.
And
he can't jump in, and he can't
get on the
expect
beat.
to just get on a song and have the same kind of appeal or the same kind of natural inclination.
Yeah, it's like,
that's not necessarily always true because some motherfuckers are just naturally.
Yeah, you got some people who can naturally adapt to both fields. But but Disaster is a battle rapper. You know what I mean? He is a battle rapper.
I don't consider myself to be one of those people. I don't think I naturally was inclined to do either. I think I had to work hella hard to be good at both. And it took me a long time versus like motherfuckers around me who I felt like were naturally
just can spit.
And I feel like nowadays, like I really, like in a battle, I'm going to be entertaining. I'm going to put up a fucking fight with anybody on the planet. It's going to be a good show. And on a song, oh, fuck, I'm nasty. But that's from years and years and years and years of me like not feeling like maybe I wasn't so sure of what I was writing or maybe whatever, you know what I mean? Like now I know, like I never second guess myself in writing a verse. Like a battle, you have to judge every line.
You have to, and that's and the thing about battles, and you got it. That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna take away from Disaster skill because you're going out and doing shit that some people would kill to do. Like,
and I say always,
you can't remember. Like you were writing 5-minute verses, bro, and you're going out and spitting them, and remembering them live.
Yeah.
And
One
you
time,
only get one time to do that. that takes a lot. You know what I mean? Where I go in the booth and I can get 1,000 tries, nobody's watching me, and then you get the final product of what I chose to put out.
Yeah.
You know
I think
what
a lot of people see in Disaster, what I see in Disaster is that if he was able to iron out the kinks like at any given time, that he could just do like a crazy performance, like that it could be like mind blowing, like because like when he's in those moments where he's a fucking the Tasmanian devil like in full spin and shit, like he just can't be fucking beat, but he can't keep that momentum up for an entire match because some kind of thing physically or psychologically throws him off or out or whatever. Like genuinely, like he was cooking so fucking hard in the math battle. That, and I think that's like probably like a big reference for you for him.
Yeah, that was another thing.
He's cooking so hard in that battle. And then he is visibly affected by the third round. Like the third round visibly affects his performance. Like the things that Matt said hurt his feelings. Yeah. This is shit that he's come out in interviews and said later. Like he said, like, yo, this shit, it really, like, and that's another thing about Diz that I really give him credit for, that if you really follow him and you watch him beyond the battles, like in interviews, he's a real ass person. Like a lot.
Yeah,
he doesn't know how
straight up
to not be a real person.
Yeah, he's no filter for sure.
I just found out he was from LA. I didn't know he was from over there.
No, he is for that he is for real about everything he says and does. And he fucking he will tell you.
He'll tell and that's another thing. Like when he say he'll sock you in your face, he's gonna sock you.
And he was visibly affected by the shit that Mass said. It affected his performance. Like, and that's really what in a lot of ways led to that punch more than the do it. You know what I mean? It's like a whole, like, it's a fucking cycle of things that go doom, and then boom. But it's you know, a lot of it starts with that him just being visibly affected by those bars, and then that puts him in that mind state where that kind of situation presents itself, and then the fucking action happens. And it's definitely like there's so many mitigating factors to that whole thing. But at the end of the day, like if he was just able to cook, and he didn't get visibly affected by any bars, like he could be the fucking best motherfucker on the planet. And that's why I definitely, like, I always keep Diz in my top 5 as far as battle rappers, and I think you have to, like, and if you don't, then you know you're like where you like, I got a problem with this dude. Like, something
it's kind of hard for me to
to
suggest whether he won a battle or not just because of how he is. But if I sit and listen to it off skill, he probably.
I think even in general, like even if you don't think he's in your top 5, you have to have him in your top 20.
Yeah,
or you're just hating,
he's dope.
Or you're just fucking
he's
lying
dope.
to yourself.
He's dope. You'd be lying if you said he wasn't dope.
Yeah.
I'm talking about strictly him as a person. That's why I'm not knocking him, because I'm gonna probably bump into dude and we probably gonna get hella faded and chill and talk. I don't know this guy. I'm not saying that that's what's gonna happen. I'm just saying I don't know him as a person. I'm going based off what I see.
He's gonna look at you
he seems
crazy.
like an asshole, but. You know,
That's
it is
fair.
what it is.
Yeah.
Put you on the show.
You know what I mean? So, but I mean, what I seen at Ether was chaos, and they didn't get a chance to do what they wanted to do.
You didn't get to see the garage match. You seen the garage match later, but you seen the real shit live.
Yeah, I seen
you
that
got
live,
video footage on your phone of Cassidy crumbling
right
live.
I got all that in my phone.
Wow.
And that
hard
was
to get.
It was dope though. It was a dope experience. Like, I can say that I was there when they, you know, and like they both mentally probably weren't prepared when they got up there and was like, damn, this is a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
They was talking hella shit beforehand, and I'm not saying them niggas was scared.
Nah,
but
it was just all
it's
bad.
just natural. Like if I would have got up there and I'm like, everybody's going, oh, this is rah, we're ready to see y'all go at it. That means that they're paying attention to every mistake.
Yeah.
Bro, you breathe wrong and they're on your ass.
Yo, bro, Disaster said before that battle that he was gonna out-rap Eminem. Like, that was his whole shit. Like, like Eminem just released that cypher. Like, I'm gonna out-rap it. Talk about
And
setting
that's
the bar
you just
a little
like
bit high for
try to-
yourself, buddy.
Try to Babe Ruth that
Right
situation,
there when
yeah.
where I have to draw the line. Like,
he came on stage and went, "Nyeh."
that's where I have to draw the line. I think the best rapper of all time, and this is gonna be debated, but Eminem to me is the best rapper of all time.
Man.
He is my best and favorite.
And look at
rapper
you,
of
and
all
like,
time.
and I went on tour with Gmo Ski, and he had the same attitude. And this is the thing about like where we might have differing opinions on that.
Yeah, that's
You
cool.
guys, you're 23 years old. Gmo's like 24. you came up in a world where Eminem was the best battle rapper in the world. He didn't
Best-
have
yeah,
to
he-
prove.
He was already the best
I
rapper
came
in
up in a
general.
world where he had to prove that he was the best battle
I
rapper.
remember
in the
when
world.
I saw the first fucking like interview on fucking MTV with fucking Eminem. He's wearing some poofy fucking jacket. And
Yeah.
shit, and they were
'Cause
like,
remember,
"Oh,
he
white
was-
battle rapper. Eminem."
Yeah, man.
He
No,
was
no, for
killing
sure.
them. He was killing them
Yeah.
at Scribble Jam. That's where
Yep.
it
World
was-
World Rap Olympics. That's
Yeah.
where he came to,
Yeah,
up
yeah.
through. It's the
Yeah,
Rap
yeah, yeah,
Olympics.
yeah, yeah.
And he, I mean, he obviously came up through the battle circuit in Detroit.
And I'm
like,
talking about-
also and music and doing all sorts of other shit. He was a very multifaceted rapper, and which is what you kind of had to be in that era if you wanted to be in the rap game. You had to be able to kind of do everything, especially if you were a white boy.
Yeah, and I'm talking about strictly just as far as just as a.
But
as
yeah,
an
no,
artist.
like I
I
said-
think he's the dopest.
So you came up in a world
Yeah.
where, like, how old were you when the fucking Marshall Mathers LP came out? You know what I mean? Or,
That
like-
is the second one I was, and that came out in 2000, so I was 8.
Yeah, like man, for real. You came
Slapping
up in a
it,
world,
bro. My
Yeah.
dad had it. My dad
Nah,
had it when
you
it-
came up in
I
a
know
world
the words,
where
you know
Eminem
what I mean?
was the best rapper in the world. You lived in that world.
The
like,
shit that
I
he
came up in a
says.
world
Yeah.
where Michael Jackson was the greatest performer on the planet
he
Earth.
also
Like, that's
put-
the world
he
I
also-
grew up in.
That's
like,
where we
you-
lived.
we grew up in the '90s, and like there would be like on Fox TV, like before The Simpsons, like after the Super Bowl, there would be like a Michael Jackson
video
feature
premiere.
You know, where
fucking-
he would turn into a panther and shit.
Yeah, it was
and
like
like
that's
you know what I
crazy
mean?
big
Like,
I
deal
think
and
I
shit.
think Prince is better than Michael Jackson.
well, dude, see, like I came up in a world where Michael Jackson was on.
Prince was
fucking
kind of
TV,
on a hiatus,
like on
yeah.
some, and it was like there was no. Yeah, Prince had label shit that
He had
kept
his
him out of
Purple
the
Rain
media.
shit,
And
yeah.
when you're talking about talent, like Prince has more talent.
I'm
than
saying
Michael
though,
Jackson.
look,
This
I
dude's
can't.
playing
You
like
can't tell
he
me that.
plays like 10 instruments.
Trizz, you
dog.
cannot tell me that because I came up in a world just like I cannot
No
tell you, just like
way.
I
Michael
cannot
Jackson
tell you
was
that.
the best
way.
performer. I wouldn't say
okay,
as a musician.
there you go.
Okay.
Michael
There you go.
Jackson was
Okay.
the best performer.
Can we agree on that? Because that's
Performer?
fucking yes.
Performer?
on the planet Earth.
Yeah, but when you're talking about
Ever.
going into the studio,
He was a composer too.
No,
I mean,
no,
he
no,
helped
no, no,
write
no. You're
stuff,
absolutely
but
right because
yeah.
he had to have Quincy with
Jones,
him.
dude.
He had to
Quincy
have.
Jones,
There was
yeah.
there were people that
Sprinkling
made
he had a
those.
lot
Prince
of
went in
rolling
there
for
and
him.
he was by himself.
Yeah.
There
The
you go.
whole by himself.
Yeah.
I get that.
By
So-
itself.
So
Yeah.
artists,
that's like
artists,
the
artists.
Beyonce Beck thing that's going on
Prince,
right
man.
now.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
trying to
Beyonce
compare
and
the
Beck, it's
two.
like, dude, she
They're not
has
comparable.
all these writers. She can get faded as fuck and go on and record and she can write a thing like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
but
That's
she's
crazy.
a great performer.
Yeah, she's a great performer. That's what it is.
And
like,
Beck's a great
that's what
musician.
people
But
get.
she also gets a
That's
performance
what
put
people
together
get.
by people.
That's what people get.
What did it? I read a
twisted.
tweet that was awesome.
So does
it
Michael
said,
Jackson.
It said somebody said Kanye just said that.
I remember. I know
an
what you're
artist that plays 14 instruments isn't
Yeah.
as musical
As
as
a
an artist
person.
who needs 4
Yeah.
writers to help her produce a song.
56 people on the album that she put out. 56 people helped produce and
Wow.
record that album.
That's insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just did about 3 albums and it was me and my homie.
You know what I'm saying? And
Like
Beck,
that shit is insane.
Beck
You
played
mean to tell
14
me-
instruments on his own album alone.
And I know my shit slap harder than some of the shit that be having 1,000 writers.
Yeah.
I'm just being real, like, dude,
Yeah.
because me and my homie, it's true chemistry.
But what
Yeah,
I
you don't
what,
get
like the
that
point of what I was
with
saying
everyone
was
working on a
is
project.
the Eminem like thing is just like we can't argue with you about that because you came
Yeah.
up in a world where Eminem
Came up
was the
different.
greatest.
There was no
rapper.
Eminem,
You know
like,
who's the
when we
greatest
were
rapper
coming
as
up.
far as I'm concerned? Yes. Where am I from?
Andre? Oh.
Nah, where am I from?
You're from the Bay, so
So I'm from the West, though.
Yeah,
like in general. And we're from the Bay, and it doesn't matter if you're from the West or the Bay. There's one motherfucker that you put at 0 on all your
okay,
lists
wait,
because.
don't tell me, Pac.
Yeah.
Pac.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we came up in a world, or at
Yeah.
least I came up in a world where Tupac was
Undisputed
And
the
that's how I feel about
greatest
Tupac.
rapper,
Yeah.
and he was from
I think-
Oakland, and he was from LA, and he was
Yeah.
from everywhere in Cali.
Lyrically-
and we had him, and you had
I'm
him, and
talking
we all
about-
like
yeah.
thug life.
We all
bro.
get
Come
the thing
on.
about Tupac is we all get him. If
Yeah.
you're from New
Yeah.
York,
Yeah.
you got
Yo,
Pac.
Still
a
get
little
him.
bit, bro.
Yeah.
Still get
A
him.
little bit. You might have got the best Pac. He was so fucking on fire when he was out there, like just like flipping off the police in a fucking stretcher and shit. Like, man,
Yeah.
that motherfucker was the truth.
No, Pac is
He
real-
was so truthy that he couldn't exist. Like that's my theory about
Yeah,
Tupac.
yeah.
Is that he was so truth that they were like, no, we can't shut this down. Stop
Yeah.
this. Put this. We need to stop this man because he is doing what he
It
wants
ain't
way
one-
too much.
It ain't one Tupac album you can play without me not knowing. Nigga, I know every.
So, like-
Pac is my fucking artist, dog.
So I'm
He's
saying like
amazing.
that's why I came up in a world where he was the greatest rapper, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people were like, no, well, like Biggie was a better rapper. Like, what? Okay, where are you from? Like, that's cool. I can't disagree with you.
He had more sting.
But look, like the songs, like I'm a.
When you
I'm
talking
a
about
song,
songs?
I'm a song guy, man. I'm
like
a song
Pac
guy.
can
Yeah.
make you run
Pac.
out your house and go do some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So many tracks too, though.
There we
Real
go,
Like,
man.
shit.
hey, you'd be
Here
like,
we
oh,
fucking go.
Real talk.
Okay, fuck Trez. We had a great time here.
Yeah,
I think this is a very quality episode of the Dirtbag Dan Show. Like I said, 49.5. Oh, there's one thing that I wanted to look at before we fucking shut down the show.
Yeah.
Remember we talked? I was at Blackout 5, and then we heard that there was a bit of a fight incident on the stage. There was a couple videos that came out that kind of better illustrate.
I want to see this.
The fight. So we'll look at these videos. But I basically what happened was during the shoddy.
We don't have
battle.
the audio.
Okay. So what? We actually seen these videos. We're gonna plug these videos at the end of the episode. You guys will get to watch these. Click on the link and definitely throw a thumbs up on the people who put these videos out. Let me see your phone name. I want to see who fucking. I want to shout out these YouTube fucking fellow
Phenoms.
YouTube creators. So shouts out to the 84676. Man, that's hard to say. The 84676. He put together a thing called Blackout 5, How It Really Happened, and it's a pretty fucking awesome video.
And then
documentary.
And then followed by a really short video from this person's name is Sucka 3 Boss. So
Sucka 3 Boss.
SUCKA 3 Boss. So like Sucka Free Boss, but Sucka 3 Boss. He put up a really funny 10-second video of Arsenal falling off stage during the fight. Fucking hit that music, motherfucker. This has been the Dirtbag Dan Show.
Hey.
Holler at Trizz. Where to find you on Twitter and Instagram and all that
Hell
shit?
yeah, you can find me on Trez, TR1ZZ on Trez. I'm lit.
Hey.
You can find me on Twitter, Trez, TR1ZZ, therealtrez.com.
Yee! Pull up on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Free music.
And Dat Piff and Audio Mac and live mixtapes. So download that shit.
Click the
and
link
slap
on the
it.
video on the end. Shouts out to Stoned Ape
Yeah.
Clothing. Stoned at
Yeah.
Stoned Ape 710
Don't forget
on
to
Instagram, Twitter.
Don't forget to check out the tour.
Yee!
Yeah.
Reefers and leaders. Reefer.
Hey.
Reefer. Hey. Leaders.
Point shot, double meaning. You cross the line, there's no 3-point shot. But when I say I shoot the trait,
Falcon punch!
Ring out.
Falcon kick! Yeah!
Jax win.
Yes, Ray. No way! Not off the top rope!